The other day I spoke about letting yourself be misunderstood, and today I want to speak about not having to prove yourself. This feels like it's an ongoing lesson for me because there's a part of me that knows in my core that I'm just like this divine being and my energy is enough as it is. There's nothing to prove. But then there's this like sassy egoic part of me that's like, all right, I'm teaching everyone a lesson. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. And that just feels like this really fun, cheeky, childlike side of me. But it is quite exhausting. So I'm hoping that maybe with time, I don't know, I'll just like soften and like let go of that part of me. But for now, it's been fun. Anyways, yeah, I actually feel quite proud of myself for when I look back on how chaotic my life has unraveled since I started experiencing psychosis in 2023. Yeah, just how public and humiliating it's been. And I just know for a fact that so many people have talked so much shit about me behind my back, thought I was stupid, idiot, was never going to make my dreams come true. And now I feel like a lot of them are just like either sulking in the corner or in complete denial or just like absolutely stunned that I haven't been completely brain dead and that I didn't die from all their spiritual attacks and all their Harry Potter nonsense. And there's a few people who would be watching this who know exactly who I'm talking about. But yeah, I just feel really proud of myself that I've actually come out the other side and I'm even more intelligent than I was before. I don't know what happened to my brain during psychosis, but it definitely cracked open Pandora's box. And once you see things, once you know things, once you understand things on a deeper level, there's just no going back. And it's been interesting because when I sort of try to go back through the archives of like posts or stories, I'm like, whoa, actually was on to so much years ago. But obviously it was just like completely overwhelming and it was coming through so quickly, like just these downloads like constantly. And I was trying to frantically post it all on social media and write about it and draw it and everything. And it was just way too much too quickly. And so obviously ended up in a psychiatric ward. People thought I was absolutely crazy. And to this day, people probably still will, because unless you're on that level of awareness, then my post probably will just sound like absolute gibberish to most people. But there will be a percentage of people who either watch this video or stumble across my social media who are like, oh, she actually does know what she's talking about. Oh, she actually does have insight into X, Y, Z. And I feel like the more you kind of allow yourself to have curiosity and to be open to learning from someone who you might not have expected that you might learn something from, the more magical your life gets. This isn't really just about my life. I feel like I'm beyond just being so selfish and self-centered that I want to have all this abundance just because I know what's coming in my life. Like, I think that sets apart people who are just purely greedy and self-centered and very egocentric in life, where they want to make a lot of money, hold it all for themselves, and look down on people thinking that they're inferior to them, they're stupid, that they will never amount to anything. Versus, I think it's, you know, the other kind of people, which I include myself in, the people who, you know, I wouldn't even call it luck. I would just call it resilience and hard work and sticking through the really hard times. And then the fruits of your labor come to fruition. And, you know, with time or however long it takes, you are rewarded financially through abundance, through financial means, through opportunities, through love and shared experiences. And I think those are the kind of people who I feel aligned with, who also want to give back. Once you get beyond just being so narrow-minded, it's about you and about what the accolades you can achieve and about how much money you can have in your bank account and the kind of car you can drive. Like, those things are all lovely to have in life. I'm not saying that I don't even desire to have those things, but it's actually a step beyond that. It's how can I help other people achieve the same or even grander than what I have achieved? And so even though people might roll their eyes at me thinking like, well, why would we take your opinion? Like, you're not at the top. Like, I still just drive a shitty little car. My financial means is definitely not aspirational at the moment, but there's just like a deep knowing and certainty that I have because what I've gone through. I just have a very clear trajectory of how my life is going to unfold Sure, I don't have the blueprint of day by day, step by step, but that's a part of the magic, you know, leaving it up to the universe, trusting that there is a divine play at order, and also that our soul signed up for this adventure before we even got here. And in the past few years, I really struggled to accept that hypothesis. I was like, well, why the hell would my soul choose to do this? Because truly, I've mentioned before, but it felt like I went to hell and back. And there was many times where I was like, okay, I don't think I can do this life anymore. I'm ready to just tap out. I want to go back home to source or wherever that is. But I just knew in my heart I had this like bigger calling that my life and what I'd been through was bigger than me, and I had to stay here, and I just had to keep pushing. So even though it broke me like over and over and over, honestly, this feels like it's been going on for years, I finally feel like, even though I'm still finding my feet, I'm still recovering from psychosis, my brain is not at 100%, even though I'm still doing quite well, I would say. I just feel like I'm getting there, and I know that life's only going to continue to get better from here, and that I'm looking forward to just inspiring other people and bringing you along for the journey. Like, I just want to share as much insight, wisdom, learnings that I have from the things I've gone through in life and my interpretation of them. And whilst I know like I don't have many people who follow me on YouTube or like my social media posts at the moment, I just want to encourage you as well that if you're in that same boat where you're like, is there any point of me even posting this stuff? Like, no one cares, no one sees it, no one's encouraging me. This is exactly what happens when you are destined for greatness and you just hang in there. You have to continue to be consistent, to show up when nobody's cheering for you, when no one even believes in your vision, your dreams, or really cares what you have to say because you don't have an audience of 1 million followers, or you're not considered influential in the spiritual space, or you're not besties with all the top 1%. It's quite ironic when people do kind of level up and start crossing paths with those kind of people, how much people switch up, and all of a sudden they want you on their podcast, they want to be friends with you, they want to be close with you. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how things unravel in my life, and I'm sure I'm going to come back to this video and just like give myself a little appreciation nod of like, we knew this would happen. Because yeah, I feel like all the people that I admire and I just think like, wow, they've done such amazing things with their life, I take a lot of inspiration from. And I don't see anybody in this life as competition, yet unfortunately the nature of humans, some people do. Some people feel extremely threatened, whether it is by just another human shining their light and standing so proud and tall in their authenticity and being the mirror. Like, when you know yourself and you have true mastery, you are the mirror. Doesn't mean that you're like better than anyone or you think you're hot shit. It's not about that. It's just about being you. And when you are you, everything just bounces off you because you don't care anymore. You're not trying to prove anything. You're not trying to prove that you're the nice one, the forgiving one, or the one who's full of love, or the one who's a guru. Like, it doesn't matter. You're just being yourself. It's going to piss off a lot of people, and you have to actually get used to that. You have to get used to just like walking around being your authentic self, shining in the spotlight and just being like, oh, well, this is who I am. You can't go back. You can't shrink yourself down. Once you are who you are, you're out in the open. And when you just focus on the impact that you can have in the world and the good that you can do, I feel like that just outweighs and outshines all the negativity that comes with it, because they kind of come part and parcel. Whether you're seeking fame, reach, impact, the more that you spread your light, the more, like, I guess what they say, like moths you attract to the flame. You're going to attract negativity. You're going to attract the haters, the people who are naysayers, all sorts. But you just have to stay super clear and focused on being that light. Be the lighthouse in people's life. There's so many people out there who need your light, your wisdom, your encouragement, your energy. People remember how you make them feel. Everything we're sharing is a constant transmission. So yeah, from my heart to yours, I just want to encourage you to keep being your authentic self, keep stepping into being seen, and